Hey friends, Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. Today we're test driving the 2014 Hyundai Azera. This is Hyundai's largest front-wheel drive sedan, and it competes against cars like the Ford Taurus, the Nissan Maxima, and the Toyota Avalon. Of course, the Avalon being one of the more popular in the class, and really it's a car that is most likely going to be purchased by baby boomers, people between 55 and 70, because it's a nice big cruiser. It's got lots of room, it rides smooth and quiet, and, well, again, it offers a lot of value for the money. So, let's have a look. The Azera has a handsome and artful design, and I think a very well balanced silhouette. It almost has the persona of a luxury speedboat in its details and presentation, and I mean that seriously, not as an innuendo about this being a land yacht. Look at the slender chrome line originating from its xenon headlights, which flows back into the greenhouse, or the hip line that sails gracefully into the rear deck. It all just comes together naturally and without pretentiousness. The cabin offers up the same theme of flowing lines and sculpted forms which surround a spacious and comfortable environment for 5 passengers. The dash, doors, and console all flow together, telling you the designers really put in the effort. A variety of unique finishes and soft touch materials come together well to set a relaxing mood, which even has accent backlighting at night. Our limited trim grade came with all the popular features like a touchscreen infotainment and navigation system, heated and cooled seats, and a large 2-panel panoramic roof that really lights up the space. The driver's desk is pleasing to the eye and offers up most controls within easy reach. A center stack with a wing design has traditional controls for HVAC and audio functions to go along with the touchscreen menus. For the most part, this interior is very well done, but there are a few areas I need to chew on. The first is down here on the console. We've got some really sort of cheap, chintzy materials here for these doors, and the trim that's here. They just seem out of place because the rest of this interior actually has some pretty high quality materials and good fit and finish. Secondly, up here in the infotainment system, it has an I agree screen that comes up every single time you start the car. It's basically a legal disclaimer that says, I'm going to be very careful, I'm not going to play with any of this stuff while I'm driving, and nobody's going to be responsible but me if I get in a crash playing with this stuff. Now, a lot of car companies have this, but it sort of goes away after time. But no, not here. Every single time you start the car, you have to press the I agree button before you get to see your radio controls, the nav controls, or any other menu that's there. And it's actually a little bit annoying because it will not go away until you press the I agree button. Once you get past the legal disclaimer, the touchscreen infotainment and navigation system is one of the more easy to use, with intuitive menus, clear readable graphics, and it responds very well to your touch. The seating surfaces have rich leather with perforated center sections to aid in the ventilation feature, which worked exceptionally well here in our Arizona heat. Both driver and passenger enjoy power seats adjustable with a door-mounted panel shaped like a seat. Rear seat room is very important in this class because chances are buyers are probably going to have friends they want to take to dinner, to church, or to a Jimmy Buffett concert or two. So as you can see back here, there's plenty of room. I'm an average size guy. I am not hurting whatsoever for space back here. Headroom's pretty good, even with the big sunroof that's in here. And getting in and out of the back with this door opening isn't too bad either, even though it has a pretty low roof line. The trunk's cargo volume is one of the smaller in its class, with some 16.3 cubic feet, the competition offering up to 20 cubic feet, but the rear seats do fold down with a 60-40 split, offering a pass-through area for longer items. The Azera rides on a 112-inch wheelbase, is 73 inches wide, and weighs in at 3,825 pounds, making it a substantially sized car by today's standards, all of which contribute to its solid feel on the road. The ride in the Azera is very smooth and quiet, as you'd expect. It's a big car, it's made to ride smooth, and well, that's what it does. There is one exception, and that is because this has the larger 19-inch wheels, it does have very low profile tires, so there is a bit of a brittleness over some bumps around neighborhoods, going over expansion strips, things like that. If that's an issue for you, I'd recommend you probably go with the smaller 18-inch wheels on lower trim grades. This will get you a taller tire and a little bit more of an isolated ride. Under the hood is a dual overhead cam 3.3-liter V6 with direct injection, making 293 horsepower and 255 pound-feet of torque. It's teamed up with a smooth shifting 6-speed automatic transmission with manual shifting mode. The only drawback to this engine being 3.3 liters, which is a little bit smaller than some of its competitors, is the fact that even though it does have plenty of horsepower, it's a little bit low on the torque. And so what that results in, it's an engine that you have to really sort of rev out to really get the power out of. And it doesn't have that push in the back you get rolling away from a stoplight. And the other thing is because you have to rev it out a little bit to get the power, it can be a little bit grainy at speed. I don't want to say noisy, but grainy is probably a better word. Now, on the plus side, it's not too bad on fuel economy. It's rated at 19 miles per gallon city, 29 highway, and 23 combined. We got actually 25.5 this week during our test combined, so we did a little better than the window sticker promises. Starting at $31,000, the 2014 Hyundai Azera isn't the least expensive in its class, but makes the value play by offering more power, the most interior space, as well as standard features like leather seats and backup camera, just to name a few. Well, summing it up for the Azera, I have to say I think they put together a pretty good package here. It offers a lot of value for the money. It's got a lot of options and things that some of its competitors don't have. Where it sort of lets me down are just small details like the engine that's a little bit grainy and some of these tap-tap plastics. But beyond that, it's definitely a car worth looking at if you're shopping in this class. So this week I give it 4 out of 5 stars. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. I hope you enjoyed the ride.